Hi everyone, I'm back in the woods, my natural habitat. As you guys know, it's a beautiful day today. First find is just a piece of shrapnel. As you know, I find these everywhere. It does seem to have the pin in it. And this could have been a timed fuse with a pin in. Might take that, clean that up and have a look at it. Yep, first find. See you at the next. And that, guys, is my next kind of big find. It's another head off a shell. You can see the screw there at the bottom. This one's nearly complete. Yeah, I'm starting to find bullet casings again as well. I don't want to show all of those. I'm heading back into the forest where I found all of those unfired bullets. I want to have a look around that area again, because I did notice some trenches and there was one big signal that I found last time, but I didn't have time to dig it out. So I'm kind of intrigued to find out what that is. Moving on. Well, that wasn't quite what I was expecting from the signal. I thought I had another bullet, unfired bullet, but it turns out that this is a stripper clip. So they would have slid the bullets in there, 3 or 4 in the stripper clip, and then loaded that into their rifle. Yeah, it's a cool find actually. I'm very happy with that. Moving on. Well, this signal's a bit of a mystery to me. It's jumping 80s, 70s, 60s. It was a steady 71 when I started digging, so I must be on it. Just gonna have a look what it is. I have absolutely no idea. If it was 70s, then I would say it's some kind of aluminium shrapnel. That's right. Yeah. Aluminium shrapnel. But it's funny how it was catching up into the 80s. Yeah. Sorry guys, not really something interesting, but see you at the next. Just next to that other signal, that was 50s, very high tone, which with the cruiser means it's right up close to the surface. I'm in two-tone, gain set at 89, so I get some good depth. There we go. And that's typical 50s here. You know, it's either a lead ball, musket ball, pistol ball, or it's going to be one of these bullet casings. Sometimes if they still have the bullet tip in, they ring up a lot higher. Anyway, see you at the next. I just had another signal right next to that bullet casing. You said the high 50s, and there was also a squeaker, so I could see that he was right on the surface and just moved the leaves. And there you go. Here's the first unfired bullet for today. I can't take these with me because they're live ammunition, but I will collect them in one spot and then I will notify the authorities where they are. Yep. See you at the next. Well, I don't film that much live digs here because there's so many bullet casings. We'll try and do some if I find a different signal. This one was a sketchy signal. Thought it could be a piece of shrapnel because it was like 80s, and there's a lot of shrapnel here also in the 80s. But I've dug the hole. I don't know if you can see. I have to get my glove off for this one. So I'm intrigued to see what that is. Well, it's a coin. Of some kind. I think I have to take a look at that later on. Well, there is detail on it. Yeah, I don't think I can do a good job with that. I don't know. Actually, it doesn't seem like I have my brush with me. That's very cool. I think I may, I don't know if I did that, but I clipped it there. Looks like it, but not too bad. Anyway, I'll have a look around, see if I can find more. But first coin for today. Very, very exciting, but a bit deeper than I expected. So my guess is that's pre-war. Well, battery died, but luckily I found my spare battery. I don't know if you can see the bust on there, facing to the left. And the date on the bottom is 1863. And there's Emperor there. And you can just make out the Napoleon. So it's a Napoleon Trois, 1863. Looks like it's in beautiful condition. I'll have to clean that up properly later on and get the close-up camera on it. But I am very, very happy with that. First one for me. Yeah. Moving on. Well, that one's a mystery to me. It did have an iron signal, but it has a different kind of signal. But you can see that there's a shape to that. Curved edge. Mostly iron, but it looks like something interesting. Don't know if it's the end of a tool of some kind. Napoleon Trois was there. Don't worry, I'll fill the hole in. And this was just by this tree here. So I think I have to take that, see if I can clean it up a bit. But if any of you know what that is, could be from the war, could be much older, from the 1800s. If you recognize it, leave a comment. Moving on. Well, just had a sketchy signal, 20s, which is normally aluminium shrapnel here. That's the back off a button, but I am getting something else. There is another signal. Where do I put that so I don't lose it? I have a metal detector. Oh yeah, I can find it again. Right, let's see if I can get you adjusted so you can see something. Okay. I've got my hair getting in the way. That's interesting. That's a bullet tip. And there was the back of a button in the same hole as the bullet tip. So, well, yeah. I mean, I can only guess what happened. I'm sure you can guess too. I'll have a look around the area, see if there's anything else. Moving on. To give you some idea of what it's like in this part of the woods that I'm in, the last 20 minutes, this is the live ammunition that I've dug. And mostly the bell. This one's a different one. I'll try and clean the headstock up on that, see what that's from. I don't know if you can see that right there. That's just one unfired round, just poking up out of the surface. They really are everywhere here. So I'll add these to the other 30 or so that I have from this area and that I found last time. And moving on. Hi guys, I just had a signal 80s, and then as I took some dirt out, it came down to the 70s. So I thought, oh no, that's going to be aluminium shrapnel. But I don't know if you can see this down in here. Oh, well, it stopped just after 1 o'clock. Oh wow. Okay. Well, that needs a proper cleanup, but that is a fantastic find. I was already happy with that Napoleon, but now with a pocket watch, and it looks like it's a beauty with the design on there, but I really have to clean that up with a toothbrush and some water. Let's see what I can do later on. Looks like there's a tiny piece of string or something still in that. Oh, wow, okay. That still works after all this time. Okay, fantastic. I can't see the make of it at the moment, but I'll give that a good clean up later, and you'll see that in the wrap up. Well, hopefully it survives. There's a crack in the glass there, but I'll wrap that up. That's very happy with that. See you at the next. I have no idea what that is. Pocket watch. It's just over there. Over here there are a few signals, mostly coming up as iron. This one was on the surface. I don't know if that's the back of a shotgun shell. I don't know. Be something interesting. I'll take it, clean it up, and see what it's like. You'll see it in the wrap up. Moving on. Well, yeah, there are a few signals in this area, and I think that that's a tiny little button. Yeah, it is. And I think I recognize it. I'll clean that up later. I'm pretty sure that's a French button. They use these, if it is what I think it is, then they use these in the First and the Second World War. And it could be from either time scale. Looks pretty worn, but it's a cool find. Yep, you'll see that in the wrap up. Moving on. Well, this is a really interesting area I'm in. Pocket watch was just over there, and also the round thing. Lots and lots of bullets and bullet casings here. But there is like a little roadway through the woods here. Just here is actually a leaf spring. It's underneath a big root, so I'm not going to take it out, but yeah, there is the remains of an old oil can just over here. So my guess is that they had, and as you can see, it's SAE 30. It's seen better days, but there's a lot of stuff here, and my guess is this is where they did something with the vehicles while they were waiting either to be attacked or to move forward. So there's plenty of woodland here for me to have a look in. So I'm going to follow this roadway, dirt track a little bit, and also over there there's a trench running through the woods over there. I'm going to have a look, and I'll get back to you at the next find. Still amazes me how good condition some of these bullets are when they come out of the ground. Incredible. All shiny. Looks like you could stick that in a rifle and just fire it. Maybe you could, but that's not an experiment I'm going to do. Moving on. Just wanted to show you again what I'm up against here. It's very difficult. See, 37, 38. It's out, it's in the plug. Probably a bullet. 42, 43, 38 on the surface. Probably another bullet. That's also probably another bullet. That's also probably another bullet. I've only just spun around, I haven't moved. This is the forest of signals. There are signals everywhere. And I'm trying to pick in between, but I'm finding bullet after bullet after bullet. I mean, you could start your own mini war in here. Yeah, moving on. So this is a hole I've just dug. And I don't know if you can see that, but there's broken, I think I broke that when I dug it, maybe. And then also another unfired bullet in the same hole. Oh dear. Yeah, it's helped to have it on. Yeah. Okay. There's another one. Oh. Oh, that's another one that's broken. It's a bullet tip. Ignoring that. Sorry guys, maybe you find this boring, but this is what my day is like at the moment. Yeah, I'm picking them up, I'm carrying them all ways back to the same place so that I have them all in one point so that the authorities can deal with them. It's a bit tedious, but that's what we got to do. Moving on. And again, scratchy signal just on the edge of this small dugout that I'm in here. That's another one of those very rough looking buttons, but I think these may be from the First World War. I do find First World War stuff here as well as Second World War, although there's very little information about this area. So I'm kind of just feeling my way around at the moment. Yep, cool find though. Moving on. Well, I'm inside this trench. Found a big signal, and that's as far as I've got. You can see that there's a curve in it. But it's huge, whatever it is. I'm going to see if I can dig it a bit more to at least have a look what it is. I'll be back with you in a bit if I don't faint, because it's 35 degrees at the moment. I think I have to go and drink some water. I'll be back. See you in a bit. I'm sorry guys, I don't have the energy in me today for this. And my little white spade is really struggling. This thing is absolutely huge. I have no idea what it is. It goes back in there. It's massive. I will be digging it out, but I think this is a to be continued moment. Sorry about that. Well, probably in the next video or one after, I'll update you on this. See you at the next. Well, that's stripper clip number 2 for today. Yeah, it's just after I finished what I could do on that big, huge thing. I mean, I've only uncovered about half of it so far. I don't know if it's an axle or something. Anyway, still thinking about that. Well, yeah, good find. Moving on. Well, that's a mystery to me. It's a fair old lump of metal. I didn't break it. You can see it's old. And what the hell is it? I don't know. Well, if you guys know what that is, please drop a comment below. Moving on. Well, that's my next find. It's a very old splitter for wood splitting. That's been in the ground for a old while. Could even have been used during the wartime by the looks of that. But yeah, leave that for one of the woodsmen. Hopefully they'll pick it up. If not, maybe I'll come back to it and see what I can do with it. See you at the next. Don't usually bother showing these, but the only reason I'm showing this bottle top is that it has some lettering on it. So I'll see if I can clean that up later. We'll see what we can get off it. Moving on. Well, I don't know exactly what that is. But that huge hunk of metal, you can see that there was a circle on the inside of it. It's broken. It's thick, very heavy. Some kind of armor plating, I guess. Don't know off what though. Is it a hatch cover? Is that circle inside? I don't know. I don't know. Running out of steam. Moving on. That, I think, is my last find for today. I'm done. It's 36 degrees and didn't bring enough water with me, so I think that's it for me. So, see you guys at the wrap up. Moving on. Just when I thought I'd finished the video after finding that feather, I don't know if you can see all this. I didn't find it with a metal detector. It's huh? Is this for real? Actually, hang on a second, let me put my gloves on. I'll be back with you in a moment so I can get to this stuff. And this is one of the buttons. It is French military. Found a couple of them there. As I say, they used them First and Second World War, so it's almost impossible to tell. I have no idea what that thing is. I don't know. Can't get this crusty Christopherson off. I don't know what that is. That's an interesting piece. It's an interesting shape, but I don't know. It doesn't look like a piece of shrapnel, but it's thick. I don't know. And one of the stripper clips. I did clean up a little bit. I have to treat all these so that they don't deteriorate. Yeah, cool. See you at the next. And just to finish up the video, I thought I would show you two really nice finds that I had from that hunt. Is this Napoleon 1863. You can just about make out the eagle on the back of it. I haven't really cleaned it too well. There is lettering on the outside. I could clean it up better, but I think I'll leave it like that for now. And then we have this, which is the pocket watch. You can see that there's detail everywhere. This thing really was very patterned, and you can just catch the glimpse in places where it was silver plated. I've tried to open it gently, but I couldn't get it to open, so I think I have to send that again to a friend of mine. Try and do that with the silver locket that I have.
because there might be an engraving in this which I would be interested to look at. So I'll try and open that other silver one and this one, and then I'll make a video about both of them because they're both quite special items. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate all of my subscribers and the people who watch my videos. I will keep making them as long as you keep liking them. Yeah, and watch out for the next one, because that's a crazy thing. What I found in the woods, it's just unbelievable. Thanks for watching, guys. Moving on.